Oh my god, they are feeding me! I picked such a good time to get back into Hellraiser. When I saw this on Instagram, I assumed it was another film adaptation, but then I saw the PlayStation logo and went, So yeah, I'm very excited for this and I want to see the trailer.
You have a void.
Oh, I do, Pinboy. I do indeed have a massive void and it is U-shaped. I am still so unbelievably bitter that I got back into Dead by Daylight, like, I don't know, 3 months after they removed Pinhead from purchase. Weirdly, it did actually occur to me about a week before I saw the announcement that they might have pulled Pinhead from Dead by Daylight because they had some other project they needed him for like, the rights. I don't know. Copyright and trademark stuff is a bit over my head. But then, lo and behold, we get a game announcement. That doesn't smell like a coincidence to me. Oh no, Bing Bong! The Bing Bong is surprisingly explicit. I mean, like, yes, this is the Red Band trailer, so, you know, it's to be expected that there's going to be something a little more mature about it. But you don't usually see a lot of sex scenes quite that explicit in video games, never mind their trailers. I find it unlikely that they'll rate this adults only, given that those games are so much harder to market. So I feel like they must be pushing that M for mature rating as far as it'll go. Oh no, we've bing-bonged, and now we're getting ready to join Pinhead's permanent pain party. Oh, the glorious Cenobites rendered in HD. Glad to see they're going with the original crew from the 1987 movie. And I read in an article that it's Doug Bradley voicing Pinhead, so I'm as happy as I can be with this setup. Looks like they're just going for a clean, uncomplicated addition to the Hellraiser everyone knows best. Clearly this is pulling from the 1987 movie, but I'll be curious to see if any of the sequels or the Hellraiser comic lore gets featured in the game as well. Oh my god, this game looks gory. Not a complaint, actually a compliment, because again, I know how titchy the ratings boards can be when it comes to stuff like this. Although I guess in fairness, this really isn't that different from Outlast or Resident Evil. Like, those get pretty gory too. I am both loving and very much not loving the idea that we're going to get chased by the Chatterer, because I feel like I am going to absolutely lose it if that weirdo starts chasing me. I feel like this is exactly the sort of game that will use, like, the Resident Evil style stalker mechanics. You know, like 1, possibly 2 or 3. I'm thinking of, like, Lady Dimitrescu and her daughters. Basically, invincible enemies are somewhere out on the map, and you have to be careful to evade them or else you get chased and attacked. I think what's suggesting that to me about the Chatterer clip is how narrow that hallway looks. It looks like exactly the sort of place a dev would set that kind of, like, chase scene, dodge the invincible killer challenge. I guess the real question is how much of this is you exploring hell and how much of it is you in the real world trying to get to hell. Or maybe you just dip in and out of it. I don't know. It'll depend on how they use this. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a good old video game. Hopefully they don't drop the ball on it, because that would be sad. I want Hellraiser to have a win. Oh, and hey, look at what I found on the artwork for that thumbnail. Looks like we can see the 2 protagonists at the bottom of the screen and amidst all the bodies seated beneath Pinhead. Oh, that's a nice little catch. I'm very excited for this.